Hello, hello. So tonight I'm gonna make a meatloaf. It's based off of I always say her name wrong. Gaida. My God, that's embarrassing. Anyways, it's a turkey meatloaf. She uses sun-dried tomatoes, feta, parsley, garlic, all those sorts of things. I'm doing a shortcut. I'm using pesto, sun-dried tomato pesto. I got this at Aldi for super cheap. Feta cheese, turkey, some spices, and instead of breadcrumbs, I'm going with garlic cheese croutons. I smashed the crap out of them. I'm also going to make some smashed potatoes. Usually, you boil these, wait for them to cool a little bit, smash them, and then put them in the oven to bake. But since my meatloaf takes 45 minutes, I'm just going to smash these, get them on the pan, and put them in with the meatloaf. The little yellow potatoes bake so fast, you can't really tell the difference. So I'm just going to start by smashing these. Hit them a few good times and you can see they're nice and flat. They split open. I oiled up a nice cookie sheet and I'm just setting them on there. Smash that one a little bit too much, whatever. Doing some inventory at work today, so feels kind of good to break something. Even if it's just a potato. Can't believe it's only Tuesday this week. It's just going by so slow. I have some plans on Friday to head down to Krampus night in Detroit, and I'm super excited about that. I've been making a bad gingerbread house, but I've been keeping it kind of secret because it's a competition. So can't wait to post that online and show everybody what I've been up to. Tonight I need to make some flames for it, which I'm gonna give a shot with. This potato doesn't want to bust. I'm gonna try to make them with hard candy. I saw this recipe online where you just melt down like Jolly Ranchers and make them into flames that way. So maybe I'll do a video on that. I gotta be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing, so it'll be a first time for me. Maybe I'll just give it a try and upload what it looks like after. All right. Wish I could play music, but YouTube is pretty anal about copyrights and stuff like that. I don't want to get in trouble when I'm just getting started. Still in my work clothes. Haven't even changed out of those yet. Alright, potatoes are smashed. Drizzle the top with a little more olive oil. So this takes a little while to bake in the oven, but it's a pretty quick recipe to make on a weeknight if you have the time to let it bake and you don't have to worry about that. If you have real garlic, use real garlic. I'm just using garlic powder because said it's been a long week, as you can tell, and it's only Tuesday. So wish me luck. I also have a cake to make this weekend for my niece Abigail. She's turning 13, you guys, and she wants a Harlequin cake. So on top of working full time, making dinner, making her cake, working on this gingerbread house, taking care of stuff around the actual house. It's going to be pretty eventful for me, but I'm going to do it because she asked me to, and I want to make her happy. She's my special little Abby. All right, I'm going to throw these in the oven. Later on, when they get a little closer to being done, I'll probably top them with some Parmesan, just let them get even more crispy. Those can hang out while I get this meatloaf started. I'm going to drain this because this has been sitting for a minute and it just looks gross to me. Right. I have some softened butter with some parchment stuck to it. I'm just going to butter up a pan real good. You guys, I'm telling you, it's that kind of week. Oh, can't wait just to, I don't know, just do something besides think about work. I mean, I enjoy my job. It's a hell of a lot better than my last job, that's for sure. But it's only my second month doing inventory, so things are kind of rough for me. Anyway, back to cooking. Turkey, about 1 pound. I'm going to crack 2 eggs in here. That one busted like crazy. It's weird. Wipe that up. Just gonna beat them a little bit. I already smashed up these garlic croutons. Honestly, they don't have to be perfectly like breadcrumbs, but I don't mind bigger chunks. I don't know, it's all your preference. Recipe says to use about a 1/2 cup. I probably have a little bit more than that, whatever. Now, I don't remember what her recipe says for sun-dried tomatoes, but I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of this. And pesto is just basically, I mean, this is sun-dried tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, oil. I think there's basil in there. Yeah, cheese, basil, garlic, and sun-dried tomatoes. You can make this stuff at home too. Or if you wanted to use, that's way more than 2 tablespoons, by the way. That's probably more like 3, but like I said, it's one of them weeks. You could use regular pesto if you wanted as well. I really like the sun-dried tomato taste. Her recipe calls for about a 1/2 cup of feta cheese. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life when it comes to cheese. Please don't judge me on how I live mine. Now, sun-dried tomatoes are naturally pretty salty. So feta cheese is also pretty salty. I don't add a lot of salt to this at all because it's, it's just naturally salty with the ingredients that are in there. I'm just kind of working this through. I don't want to overwork it, but I do want everything mixed together pretty well. So a little bit of salt. My pepper fell. Go ahead and load it up with some crushed black pepper. And that's it. It's just a few ingredients, but it's super flavorful. And last time I made this, after it was finished, I cut it into slices, and then I fried the slices slightly on each side just to give it a little bit more crispiness. Brad and I really like that. I thought about making it into meatballs too, but not today. I'm just gonna do one big loaf. And oven set at 375 for 45 minutes. I'm gonna make a side of green beans. I'll have my smashed potatoes. It's kind of like an old school meal, but not exactly old school. I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of extra pesto. Normally you top a meatloaf with some kind of sauce. I'm just gonna go with this. Ooh, have hiccups. You can go with this one. Sprinkle it with a little bit more breadcrumbs. I'll post the pictures on my Facebook page, Keishi's Kitchen, and also on my Instagram, which is still under my regular name. Sorry, someone's calling in. It's actually under Shaky, S-H-A-K-E-Y on Instagram. So I'll see you guys later. real quick. That's what the meatloaf's gonna look like.